Hello everyone, it's me Sarah, welcome back to my channel. It is September and this month I am going to try my hand at journaling. Now, journaling is something that I have never really had like an urge to do. I used to keep a diary when I was younger. It lasted about 3 or 4 days and the entries I put in were really weird, like 12-year-old me trying to be humorous but failing miserably. And I don't know, I don't have the drive. I'll constantly forget to, write in a diary, in a journal. I see that by me not writing in my bullet journal every day. But recently I was watching one of RP Lenny's videos, which his journal happened to pop up in it, and I thought to myself, oh, that looks really, really cool. I should give it a try. So here we are, for the month of September, trialing journaling. Hopefully it's something that will keep going past the month of September, but we'll see how it works for me. I'm very full of stress. I've actually got it's a very, very small page. It's a very, very small board at the moment, but I am doing sort of like a journaling board on Pinterest just to give me ideas of things to do, some prompts, brain dumping can go in there. I'm gonna move my foot out of the way of this. So this I'm going to fill over the next month with different things I can do for my journal. I don't quite know how to start. There's not a rule, I know, but I prefer things that have rules in order for me to know what I'm going to do. But I think the best thing to do is just to open up this gorgeous book and get to it, really. Do I date the journal? It's just occurred to me that if I'm using this for Milwordy, I'm going to have to can what I just wrote. So we started with a quote. Life is like a cup of tea, it's all in how you make it. And I chose this quote, one, because it's tea and I love me some tea, and second, it's sort of one of those like inspirational life quotes, I guess. Just did some free writing, really, just what was on my mind, starting with the fact that I'm currently tired, seeing as my child woke up at 5:30 this morning, and of course I had to wake up with her. So actually quite freeing, just writing all of this stuff down. Like, it's nothing specific, it's literally just what came to my mind as I was writing, which was a very, very fun thing to do. I'm gonna, already experiment over. We'll see what I can put in here. I know that RP Lenny adds doodles sometimes. He does brain dumps and story things go in there as well. So I think if I take 10-15 minutes a day, say, and do some journaling, we'll see what comes out, and we'll see at the end of the month how we're feeling about it. It is the 9th of September. We have officially been journaling for 9 days now. Technically 8 because I haven't journaled yet today. Technically 7 because I accidentally skipped one day. It was the day before the kids went back to school. And it got to the end of the night and I was getting ready for bed and I was just like, you know what, I completely forgot to journal. So we've managed to do 7 days of journaling out of 8, which is really, really good. It's fun writing down my thoughts. Sometimes it's really difficult to think of what I want to write, but it's nice to get it out, to get how the day has been, or to get out how I'm feeling, which is a good thing. Now, at the beginning of the video I mentioned that I was going to do various different forms of journaling, and then it occurred to me a couple of days ago I never actually explained what those were, so we're going to explain it now as I head into the second version of what I'm going to be doing for journaling. So the first one, obviously the first week was free writing. It's a little bit over the first week, but it's okay, which is basically I write down whatever's on my mind, my thoughts of the day, which has gone really well. The other 3 that I'm going to be trying out are writing prompts, questions to ask myself and to answer while in the journal. I think it's going to be a very, very good one. I'm not sure what type of prompts I'm going to be doing or answering. I'm going to look online and see if I can find some. The next one I'm going to be doing is writing 3 pages every single morning, first thing when I wake up. This might be slightly difficult with 4 kids having to get ready for school, but if I get up early enough, I can do it before they wake up. It depends on how I feel. If not, I will write 3 pages before I do anything else after the kids have gone to school if I need to. I didn't really do this vlog very well at all. I'm editing it right now. Hi. The 4th way that I'm going to do the journaling, which I realised as I'm editing I never actually mentioned, is to do the best thing that happened to me today. It's the 13th at the moment. I am halfway through the week of me doing prompts. They're going okay. Some of the questions are, well, not difficult to answer, but like, oh, I have to think and answer these questions now, which it's all right. I keep leaving my journaling till right in the evening, like I've got a child awake literally before I go to bed, and because I'm about to go to bed, I'm not writing in it as much as I feel that I want to. I'm like, okay, I'm doing a prompt, I need to just quickly answer the question for this prompt because I'm doing it day by day, and then I might have to go to bed. So I need to make sure that I start writing in it earlier during the day, maybe as stuff happens or as I feel things or as I think things, rather than, damn it, I haven't done my journal for the day, I need to do it before I go to bed. That's what I need to do. It is the AuthorTube virtual retreats today. It's not for me anymore. That's finished for me now because I'm going to bed. But I was watching RP, Lenny and Ink and Sage on one of their workshops, turning moments into stories, and RP went on a massive British ramble about journaling, and he mentioned quite a bit about using it creatively for your stories, which I haven't quite been doing. I've been talking a little bit about my stories as I'm going through, but that's really related to how I experienced them that day, rather than sort of looking at them in a creative way or planning or brainstorming or anything like that. So I'm going to have to try and do that a little bit more often as well, because he made a very good point about what was it he said, RP, that is something to look back through if you need an emotion or if you need a description of something. You've got a torrent of ideas and inspirations in your journal if only you write them down, something. But yeah, that I sort of took that and was like, you know what, I need to use it more creatively as well as just making a diary. So that is my next plan over the next month or so as well, making sure that I do use it in a creative way, because using it in a creative way is why I started this whole experiment in the first place. So that's where we're going to go from here. Okay, it is now the 20th of September. I'm getting worse and worse actually vlogging my progress with all of this journaling. It crosses my mind every now and again as I'm physically writing in the journal, but then I was like, people don't want to see 20 different shots of me writing in the journal. I'll leave it and I'll say something tomorrow and then I forget. So I had to set a reminder on my phone to actually physically talk to explain what is going on, because it fled my mind. We're well into week 3. We've left the prompts behind and we are now doing the best thing that happened to you today. So I'm still free writing while I do all of these, because free writing has been working the best for me at the moment. Just free writing how the day was, what I'm feeling at that particular moment in time, any issues I'm having with what I'm doing work wise, and by work wise I mean writing wise. But yeah, the best thing that happened to me today, which I don't do much, so not much happens to me on a daily basis. I went for a nice walk with the kids today, which was fun. Got some nice b-roll, which you've just seen. Was it nice? Yeah. Just taking shots and images of things that I can then put into the journal, so I can then use it creatively, sort of try and describe the landscape, describe what I'm seeing and what I experienced while I was out and about. Yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm still not using it as creatively as I want to, or as I feel like I need to. Well, I feel like I need to, but my head isn't thinking or making me use it creatively. It's more making me get out the daily day that I've had, basically, is what my brain is making me do at the moment, until I can go out, I suppose, and do more that's not work or being in the house with the kids. I do vent about issues that I'm having with the project, try and sort of brainstorm ways to fix it, which has been helping me. I'm not just saying it in my head, I'm like saying it on a page, and I have been describing sunsets recently. I have a very bad view of the sunsets where I live, but from what I can see, I've been writing them down. Journal here, which I've been using, this lovely notebook, and what I've been doing is, because I can't read my bad handwriting to save my life very skimmingly, what I'm doing is every time I describe a sunset, I will put a little sun there to say, oh look, here's a description here of a sunset that I've done. So if I am flicking through and I need something, if it's weather related, here we go, there is a little sun, and there's another one there. Actually, I think one of the things I did was, that's it. I think one of the things I did the other day was just scroll through Pinterest and I looked for London sunsets, I think it was, and then I just took one of those images and then I wrote it down as a description in the book. To have it on hand, really, to practice writing creatively, because I couldn't do it any other way because it was past sunset. I think one of the sunsets I had recently was, the sky was like sunny sky blue, and there was like the tiniest hint of orange at the bottom, and then like 5 minutes later it was a black sky. Like, that was the sunset. It went by so fast. I kept looking out the window like, when's the sunset, and it just disappeared very quickly. So I'm having fun writing in the journal, actually. I'm very surprised that I have actually written in it every single day so far, bar one day which I forgot. Even when I haven't been bothered to write in the journal, I will write in the journal that I'm just not bothered to write today, and something extra always comes out. So yeah, it's been good so far. The next 2 days are going to be the last 2 days I do the best thing that happened to me today, and then I'm going to be moving on to writing 3 pages first thing in the morning, which I feel is going to be very difficult. It's going to have to be 3 pages during the morning and not first thing in the morning, because I'm not waking up early to write in this journal. I'm not going to do that. I will write in this journal when I finish taking the kids to school. I'll write in my journal then, but 3 pages in the morning is what I'm going to be doing next, to see how that goes, and then I'm going to attempt to use it more creatively as well. I've just written almost 2 whole pages of me just blathering on, and a tiny little bit there, about one of my projects I'm having some trouble with. which was good. It was fun. I didn't think I'd write that much, to be fair, but once I started writing, it just did not stop until I forced it to stop. It's 11 o'clock and I'm very, very tired. Basically, I've been having trouble with Project Theft and Act 1 isn't going well, and I complain about this in a number of videos. So apologies if you've heard it before. But I was just writing down what I do know about Act 1 and what I want to do for Act 1. And I think I've figured out a couple of things to add for Act 1 in regards to scenes and setup, which I was having trouble with earlier this evening. Sort of reassuring myself that it doesn't matter if it's not perfect right now, because I might be able to sort something out while I'm writing it in November. And I might be able to, and I'll definitely be able to fix it come revisions if I realise that what I've written or how much or how little I have written of Act 1 is a problem. So yay for journaling, for sort of helping me figure some stuff out. I forgot how much free writing helps. It is the 23rd of November, 23 days of journaling every single day except one. We are leaving behind the best thing that happened today, and we are doing my 4th test trial of how to journal, which is writing 3 pages in your journal first thing in the morning. Slightly difficult for me as I have kids and school run first thing in the morning, but I managed to do it this morning while the kids were eating their breakfast. I had my tea, I was at my desk, I was writing. It's actually quite difficult to think of 3 pages worth of stuff to write down first thing in the morning. At least I found it difficult. We'll see in the long run if it works. I can't talk. If it works for the rest of the we'll find out how it goes. We're doing okay. We're good. I don't know much more. I'm still not using it as creatively as I want to, which is fine. At the moment in the journal, I keep just ranting about how difficult Project Theft is being. Like, I keep trying to use it and think, if I use this journal enough and if I complain enough about Project Theft, my head is just going to start thinking and my head will come up with some sort of solution. It did the other day. It hasn't again, which is like, oh, that's a shame. It hasn't done it again. Maybe I need to do more work on it first and then find something else to struggle with for Project Theft and then try writing in the journal again and seeing if that works. But I am getting much more into the habit of picking it up at the end of the night, or as it will be the beginning of the day, for the next 7 days. It's 30 days in September, for the next 7 days. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing where this is going. Oh my gosh, I was creative. I managed to actually be creative in my book, and I'm so happy. I have so much stuff to do today. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I was walking home and I saw something and I was inspired to write, so I wrote creatively and I'm so happy. It's really bad and it's first draft, but I'm going to read it to you anyway. She was there again today. I caught a glimpse of her as I approached the gate, standing there on her own, as always. Her companion had long since gone. I never knew if I would see her as I walked past, but I always looked. Sometimes I would go weeks without a glimpse, but other times there would be weeks with her there. She looked the same as always, with her white coat with black spots, minding her own business. She never saw me looking, never turned my way no matter how long I stood watching. Always peaceful, always quiet. I'd leave eventually, wondering if she'd be there tomorrow. The horse in the field. For some reason, the line, she was there again today, just popped into my head as I looked at this horse as I walked past, and I was just like, I'm going to write this. Yay! Welcome to the 30th of September. It is my last day journaling for this month at least. We're still doing 3 pages in the morning. It's 9:30 in the morning and I've been procrastinating doing these 3 pages because doing these 3 pages is more or less the worst part of my day. It's not the fact that I have to journal that I don't like, it's the fact that I have to write 3 pages. It's so difficult. I don't like doing it. Why do I keep doing it then, you ask? Because I said I'd do all of these for at least a week. And the 3 pages started off okay the first few days, and then it sort of just got to the point where I was like, I can't do it anymore. So one more day of that. I keep procrastinating doing it. The past couple of days I've written 1.5-ish pages and then stopped and then left the rest for later on in the evening when I was bothered. Yesterday I did this.
Write 3 pages. 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 Write 3 pages.
A page of write 3 pages, because that was all I could think about. I was just like, I've got to write 3 pages, I've got to write 3 pages, I've got to write 3. So that's all that came out. I don't want to do it for one more day, I don't want to bother. But I have it all set up here, ready to go. And yeah, let's get this last day underway. And that is a wrap on the journaling. It is now the 2nd of October, so yes, I managed to journal every single day except for one day, which I forgot, for the entire month of September. And you know what? I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, or that I assumed I would. Considering in the past, writing about my daily life and stuff like that hasn't really interested me or grabbed me enough for me to warrant or want to do it further. But for some reason, maybe because I'm doing it specifically for a video, I don't know, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. Out of the 4 ways that I tried journaling, free writing is most definitely the best and easiest and most enjoyable for me. I didn't like answering the questions. I didn't like thinking about what the best thing that happened to me that day was. Writing 3 pages was the bane of my existence. And I think it's because the thing I liked about using the journal was just me getting my thoughts out, like making me answer specific questions or prompts, or forcing me to write more than my brain could handle. Just made it seem like work, I guess, if you could put it that way. It made me feel a bit more pressured that I have to do this because I have to answer this specific question on this day, and that sort of took the fun out of it a little bit. But as for just writing in it, free writing my thoughts, my feelings, or anything that is annoying me about my novel, or sort of trying to write through and talk to myself about any issues that I'm having, that absolutely fantastic. I'm always a fan of brain dumping, and you know, I'm a fan of free writing in general. It's how I'm planning one of my novels at the moment. I'm literally just free writing what I know and what I don't know, and then as I free write, much like free writing in the journal, the answers came to me because I wasn't forcing myself to think specifically about how to fix a problem. It just popped into my head. So absolutely fantastic for that. I'm very much looking forward to continue writing in it every single day and see what comes out. Writing in it creatively, I didn't start off writing in it creatively, which I suppose is one of the things I wanted to do for it in the first place, but I started with forcing myself to, and by forcing myself to is my washing machine in the background, and by forcing myself to I mean sitting down with the intent to write this sunset, or sitting down with the intent to describe this picture. And sort of after a while of sitting down with the intent to write creatively, I started just wanting to write creatively in it, which was very fun. I managed to write a few times quite creatively actually, Some days I was bothered, some days I was not bothered. So if I wasn't feeling very creative, I didn't write in it creatively. These 3 pages, the very last page that I did for this month was me going, you know what, I'm just going to write creatively, and I did, and it turned out really weird. Like, it started out as this sort of like person sitting outside, like in a contemplative mood, and then ended somehow with rain washing blood off their face. And I was like, I don't know how that happened, I don't know what came out. It's very, very intriguing to now figure out what happened with this character person that I've written about, but it was very fun, and I'm very much looking forward to sort of writing more creatively in it. So that was me and my experience writing in my journal for a month. Thank you very much, RP, for inadvertently inspiring me to do this. I am going to continue journaling, so this is all on you. This is your fault. Let me know down in the comments below, do you guys journal? Are you going to try RP's latest challenge to journal for the entire month of October? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Good thoughts and happy writing.